Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Welcome back to another live stream here in the FENIX A320, continuing our week-long stream of FENIX flights since the NDA was lifted on Monday, and then obviously released to the general public on was it Thursday night? This has been one heck of a rollercoaster week for the FENIX team and Microsoft Flight Simulator. So today we've got a flight for you starting in France. We are in Bordeaux, and we're heading up to Bristol, chasing that sunset. I'm going to be completely honest, I think the sun is going to beat us tonight. But thank you so much for coming on board, everybody. Great to have you with us. Hey, Dark Fury as well. First off, let me just show you channel member Dark Fury has got our Easyjet Sim Pilot livery on the FENIX. Come and check this out. So here we go. All looking a fresh lick of paint here. Look at that. It's beautiful. HD is in prime place as always, and well, yeah, very happy to have our paint scheme back in the FENIX aircraft. So looking forward to flying this from now on. Oh, hello! Here I am talking about my beautiful new livery. That one, I like that one. The TUI livery in the gate and extras. That's awesome. Anyway, not to detract from your work, Dark Fury. Thank you so much that we've now got our livery back for this. So let's go ahead and get in the flight deck. We as well, we've just had a recent update, I think, if I recall, from the FENIX Discord. Amir has released a FENIX update. If you haven't yet gone and got that, do so. A lot of little bug fixes taking place, too many for me to list here. It's also listed on the Discord server as well, so if you want to go and find out exactly what has been updated, go ahead and have a look there. Our aircraft is in the turnaround state. The operational flight plan is in the is pinned in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to our Twitch viewers as well. Right, first of all, let me just do a quick check of all our states here in the various panels. Then we need to go ahead and get those passengers loaded. Really very important to keep on time. We're departing in just a little under an hour, I think it is. If I can push that ahead, then that would be great. Okay, overhead looks good. I'm going to get that APU started straight away. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we'll give that a minute. Let's come down then and check current QNH. I think is 1015. Let me just double check that. We'll import the flan from SimBrief, of course. 48 minutes we have. And let's grab the latest meta. We are on VATSIM, but there's no ATC around, sadly. So 1014 is the current QNH. Alright, let's go ahead and set that up. 1014 on the standby. Change the FCU as well. Right, coming down here, switcher panel is all fine. We need to set Unicom 122.8. There we go. So we're now on Unicom, and then everything else is where it should be. Flight deck doors currently open. Squawking 2000 standby. Acupressure is already in the green. Let's just reset that timer. Don't need that to go just yet. And our initial climb out today is going to be flight level 70. Okay, good, that's all set. APU up and running. Let's give the bleed air a minute before we start getting those passengers on board. Let's talk about fuel. So we're not expecting anything daft weather-wise in Bristol this evening. Current meta, no clouds detected. Great visibility. Let's just view the TAF, see if that has anything up its sleeve for us. So, 17 Zulu TAF, we've got pretty much nothing. Good weather all round. Early hours of the morning, a little bit of mist, but that's to be expected where Bristol is. That shouldn't concern us tonight. Great, so let me just have a look at our operational flight plan. The fuel, plug fuel, is 6 tons. So really can't see any reason to take any more than 6.5 tons just for a bit of extra APU burn. So we will take 6.5 tons of fuel in total. Let's go back, tell the ground crew that's what we're after. Oh, mass and balance. So just go ahead and update this. 6.5 tons. Try again. 6.5 tons. Only 91 passengers tonight. Wow, we're going to be nice and light this evening, aren't we? Right, has the bleed been running long enough? Yes, it has. Let's go ahead, get the packs on, and we can start boarding. As always, we've got self-loading cargo providing the sound effects of the passengers this evening. So we'll tell them that they can go ahead and start boarding our flight. We'll start getting our fuel loaded as well. Set that, of course, to real time. Look at that, 15 minutes. Only 15 minutes because there's not many of them coming on board tonight. Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags are starting to get loaded. So let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you. HD, good evening.
No problem.
Right. So just check. That's now all started. Okay, so with the boarding underway, let's go and have a look at setting that box up. So first thing I need to do as well, because this is the new updated build as well that was released an hour or so ago, I just want to go in and turn our failures. Oh no, I don't want to set a failure. I want to turn the random failures on, realistic, store as default. So there may be a couple of things that's not exactly realistic as we would normally have them, just because again it's a fresh brand new aircraft, so I haven't calibrated a few things. Oh, that reminds me, I need to go and set the thrust levers up. 29 degrees I have just seen the weather here in Bordeaux, so I'm just going to cool the aircraft down a little bit. So that's the first thing I'm going to go and do. Let me go and calibrate things. So just bear with me whilst we do this. Thrust levers into max reverse, set idle reverse, set idle, climb, flex, and toga. Can't do that when we've got the engines running, or we can, but we get lots of alarms. That's the toga, that's the flex, that's the climb, and that says reverse idle. So let me just reduce the null zone, and then that should go into idle, and idle reverse max. Fantastic. I now need to do exactly the same with the flap lever, otherwise I can't get any flaps out. So you only have to do this, of course, every time you've got a new updated build. Well, actually, that may not be true, because I had this build obviously prior to its release, so when you update through the FENIX app, I would imagine it stores all your settings. I can't confirm that or not because I haven't updated this through the FENIX app. Right, yeah, there we go, that's all set up and calibrated. Oh, let's carry on then. So onto the ATSU, and we'll just get the flight information imported from SimBrief, and there we go. Easy23 Uniform Papa calls that tonight, 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 18. Right, let's do our init request. Before we do that, let me just check. IRS 3 nav green, and we've got the valid air cycling as well. Thank goodness we didn't yesterday. CFM engines were good. So init request. Let this load in. There we go. Alternate tonight is Birmingham, and we are. Let me just have a look. So alternate tonight is Birmingham, and our flight number is Easy. 2, 3, up. 2, 3 uniform Papa. Mark, welcome to the Captain's Club. Thank you so much for the support of the channel. Mark, if you're on our Discord server as well, don't forget to get yourself in our VIP lounge. Now, little mistake planning wise here. I've got a cost index of 30. Has Easyjet ever had a cost index of 30? Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go with it. Because well, that's what we got the OFP. You'll never see this in real life unless ops have approved that. Our cruising flight level today as well. Little issue with the OFP. So our actual cruise level today is flight level 300, not flight level 180. So we'll go ahead and pop that in. The tropo is 41642, and we'll download the winds. There we go. Winds are downloaded. Let's have a look then and go to our flight plan, and we'll start filling that out. And Dark Fury gifting a membership to Orion Vic. Dark Fury, thank you so much and welcome to the club, Orion. Great to have you on board. So I think this is YouTube's take on gifting subs, isn't it, that Twitch do. So you can now gift memberships of channels to others. Thank you so much, Dark Fury, for your support. We're loving having these delivery back on the FENIX like we have tonight. So what have we got? Our departure, we are runway 05 tonight, and that's on the Royan 5 Quebec. Insert. And then the arrival into Bristol is, we planned the ILS 2709, would have been much nicer. And we're on the Dolly 1 Bravo arrival. That's it. And the VIA is Bristol 1 or Bristol 2. That's a new one on me. So the actual arrival itself obviously brings you in straight onto the NDB, and then fly the full procedure around. If ATC is online, they'd pull us off and vector us. But we'll pop that in and just see what that says. Let's have a quick look. Check the departure matches the charts. So that coding there for the standard instrument departure. Have I not got that pinned? Pin that chart. Thank you. So it should be 5QX Bravo Delta 955 and then Royan. Max speed 250 knots. That's not going to concern us. Let's check the arrival then. Pop that to the plan, just see what that's looking like. Ah, there's our full procedure. Nice little teardrop approach. Good stuff. Okay, happy with that. The RadNav page already self-tuning to the Bravo Mike Charlie. I'm going to pop the Bravo Delta NDB in the RadNav page. The one 9 miles away, of course. Let's have a look then at our Init B. So, from our flight plan, our zero fuel weight tonight is 52.6. We are light, aren't we? We'll just stick the standard CFG in until we get the final load sheet. Speaking of which, have we got the preliminary load sheet in there yet? Have we not even got that yet? Not yet. Trip win's already been downloaded. Fuel planning. 4.7. We're taking, by the time we get out of here, 4.9. 4.9, that's not right. 6.4 tons of fuel. And the alternate is 1.5 tons. And that gives us an extra 16 minutes flight time. Right, on to the performance page then. So, preliminary load sheet, we can sync that up if we kind of want to cheat. That said, I haven't even got the preliminary load sheet in the box yet, so I am going to send that. I mean, technically, what we could do, we don't need it. We can say we're departing runway 05. It's dry. We're going to go flaps 1. Don't force target. Anti-ice will be off. Packs will be off. Takeoff weight, which I've already forgotten, is expected to be 58.8. Let's call it 59 then. And takeoff CFG 30. Sync that live weather, and departing today intersection Delta. I'm sure we can do that. Oh, that's interesting. Charlie. Let me just have a quick double check. Oh, right. Well, yeah. Okay. Let's take Charlie. I thought we were going to take Delta instead of backtracking for the full length, but okay. Charlie it is. We're not heavy, so no reason why we can't. 124, 124, 127. Let's go ahead and transfer that across. Transition altitude is indeed 5,000. Thrust reduction and acceleration values. Well, let me just fire up SimSmart. Let's see if we can get any more information. Lima Fox Bravo Delta. Runway 05. Takeoff weight doesn't matter. I've got an engine out procedure here. Oh, I've not got the engine out procedure here either. Right, hang on then. Let's get rid of that. Let me consult my charts. 1 second. So this is available on the Discord server as well, if anybody wants it. So, Lima Fox, Bravo, Delta. Sam, why am I using SimSmart when the FENIX has its own calculator? Yeah, I'm not using it for the V-speeds or anything. I'm using it for the thrust reduction acceleration values and the engine out procedure. However, SimSmart hadn't got it in there yet, so I can grab it from here instead. So it is runway 05. Yeah, so for example, actually, this is a noise abatement 1 departure. So sadly, this is incorrect at the moment. So let's put the correct figures in. So it's going to be 1160. And then 3160. Engine out is 1160. Oh, that was already correct, to be fair. Flaps 1, flex 68. There we go. Right, okay, so we've got S-speed 140, S-speed 183, and clean is 203. Lovely, all matches up. Now then, let us have a look at the engine out procedure for here. So just copy the active flight plan. It's a standard engine out procedure here. So let's pop in. See if this we can get this to work this time. Yeah, SID, which will be Lima Fox Bravo Delta, runway 05, which is our departure runway. The bearing is 045, and we'll just pop that out at 10 miles.
Hi Gavin, all the passengers are on board and we're ready to go. I'll bring you a cup of tea after we've taken off.
Excellent.
Now, unfortunately, I can't do it that way. So, let us. Sounds like boarding's completed. Anyway, we'll pop that in just there. Place bearing distance 01, and then after that it's a right-hand turn to Dirac. Oh, I'm in the main. Erase that. I'm not in the secondary flight plan. Now we're in the secondary flight plan. HD, we did it the wrong way. What did we do wrong? I still find it easier. Right, pop in the engine out sit again. Yep, do that. So there's our engine out waypoint, which we're going to say is going to be 10 miles out on runway heading. Pop it in just there. And then, oh, we should be putting it in, should we be popping it in this one? Line side key 3 rather than 4. Place bearing distance. Oh, yes, right, okay. So, Lima, Fox, Bravo Delta, 05. .045 is the bearing and 10 miles. So it should be in that one there. Yeah, there we go. And store that. So we can now go to our secondary flight plan and enter that in. Just here. Hey, there we go, it works. And now after that we're going to Dirac. I don't know why I sound surprised that it works. Everything in this aircraft works. Dirac then, and we're going to enter a hold, which is 325 left turns. And then after that, exit the hold and return back here. And it's an RNAV approach actually. Just here. No start. No veer. Oh, actually, might as well select that to Dirac, hadn't we? That would make sense. Check that out then. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful procedure. So, if you had an engine failure, straight out, get everything sorted, right hand turn, enter the hold, and then we're back in on the RNAV approach to our departure runway, runway 05. Oh, I love this aircraft. Love it, love it. RLS Print and Design. Oh, thank you so much for your £5 super chat, RLS, saying, would you please be able to briefly explain why the cost index is so high for this flight? Euro use 8, but today it's 30. Do you know what, RLS? I'll tell you exactly why. It's because I forgot to change it when doing the flight planning. That is the only reason. It's me. So normally I have a airframe set up and the cost index for it in SimBrief is either 4 or 8, and because this is a FENIX airframe, I haven't yet set up the default cost index, so that's why. HD's dubbed me in, yeah. User error. That's exactly why. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, if anyone's wondering what this little line is here, that's the go-around procedure that's shown there as well. Okay. Right, should we do a brief? Let's get that back to where it should be. Oh, company message. Let's see what that is. Wrong button. AOC, received messages. Is that our final load sheet? Oh, excellent. The final load sheet's through. So we have got Final zero fuel weight is 52.6, that's the same. Takeoff weight 58.8, that's the same. And zero fuel weight CFG is 30.2. Just update that. And yeah, so we planned a takeoff weight of 60 and our actual takeoff weight is going to be 50. Did we plan a takeoff weight of 60? Hang on, let me double check, that seems high. 59, that's better, 59. Phew, still means we don't have to do a another calculation. Our takeoff performance calculation is valid. Right, so quick brief. Weather here in Bordeaux is lovely, almost cloudless skies. It's going to be a nice sunset departure. Aircraft is the Phoenix aircraft. No known failures. Everything is operational, with the exception of the weather radar, of course. No times to be aware of for our departure.
Traffic easy at 464, pushback and stop, Bravo 4 facing south.
Let me just turn Nick off. There we go. And sorry, Nick. Threats to be aware of. Minimum safe altitude then on our departure is 2,100 feet. No terrain really to speak of for our departure today. I'm not too unfamiliar with this airport. I would say personally for me my biggest threat is it's been a long week. I'm rather tired with a lot of late nights this week. And to be honest, you know, that is pilots are encouraged to speak up about that kind of thing, you know, when they're doing their pre-flight briefing. Fatigue is a huge threat, and if you look back in history, sadly fatigue has caused a number of fatal accidents, poor decision making things, so it's really a good job that I've currently got around 200 PMs monitoring me at the moment in you guys. HT, that's ironic because Nick normally cuts me up. RLS Few, you thought you were doing something wrong. No, you're not at all, mate. Does cost index affect fuel planning? I believe it does, yes. So, but I am sticking with this anyway. Okay, let's talk about the departure and how I plan to do it. So we are parked stand Bravo 8. We're going to push back facing south, if the pushback tug will allow that. We will then taxi out fire entry 4, then onto Sierra, left onto Papa. We'll cross runway 29, and then holding point Charlie for runway 05. Quick look at the departure. No speed restrictions on departure. Nice RNAV departure, so we can get the autopilot on nice and early. But yeah, other than that, a nice flight up the. Are we up the mainland or are we on the coast this evening? Quick look. Ooh, over the mainland and then the channel. Fantastic. Right. I think we are almost about set to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Gavin, and I would like to welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft. We expect a good flight with you today, with no weather problems showing in front of us, so we should be pushing back within the next few minutes or so. For now, the ground crew have now finished loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you can get yourself seated and secured, then we can make sure we can depart on time. The cabin crew will shortly be providing their safety demonstration video, so it would be appreciated if you could give them your full attention. A special welcome on board to our Easyjet Sim pilot members, and if you wish to inquire about becoming a member, please contact a member of the cabin crew. All our Easyjet Sim pilot members are of course entitled to free drinks throughout the flight. Thanks very much, and we'll give you an update once we are airborne.
Okay, so we can start just running through our before start checklists. Final things just for me to check there, but other than that, everything is everything's looking good. So, cockpit preparation is completed. Signs on and auto. Adheres 3 nag green. Fuel quantity 6460. Balanced. FMGS is set. Altimeter 1014, 160 feet. Have we still got the chocks on? We do still have the chocks on. We're not going to get very far with those on, are we? That is actually quite a nice thing to add in scan-wise. On this page, before you go, there should be no green ticks. No green ticks. Make sure that everything is done. See? Told you I needed my PMs tonight. Right, let me call the tug into position. There they come. Welcome on board if you're just joining us. We're about to push back.
Jet 4423 pushing back, stand Bravo 9.
So he is right up in the corner next to us. Bordeaux traffic, good evening. Easy 23 Uniform Papa is pushing back from stand Bravo 8 facing south. So taxi clearance, get the beacon light on, transponder. Acupressure is in the green, and start the timer. Okay. Release the parking brakes. Back we go. Engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine number 1.
Bordeaux traffic, easy 34 Mike November, pushing back from stand Bravo 5, facing south.
Bravo 5 is the other side of the terminal, so once again that shouldn't affect us. PO 57 code, the flight is about 1 hour 18 minutes to be exact. Gorgeous time in Microsoft Flight Simulator to be flying this, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit routes,
Easyjet in front of
oxygen
me, you might want
masks,
to watch out
life
how far you're
jackets,
pushing
and
back. I
brace
am behind
position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear.
Roger,
4 in the middle,
we've got you in our
and
sights,
2
we'll keep
at
clear.
the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap.
The old tug driver trick
on
where
each
he's
side to
abandoning
adjust.
us. Starting
Put on
engine
your
2.
own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
So the issue with the tug is a known bug with the aircraft. Obviously the guy's looking into that. With regards to the engine mode selector changing from start to normal, that happens whenever you press the right mouse button to pan around. So I'm using my middle mouse button instead, which sets the pans. Just checking, engine number 2 is now available. Yeah, so watch, if I use my
traffic, easy 464 is,
right mouse button, you'll see this move.
05.
There you go. So there's something wrong with the try again, the right mouse button with that. Anyway, we're done with it, so engine mode back to normal, APU off, APU masters off, anti-ice is not required. On the spoilers, rudder, flaps 1. And we'll go ahead and set the CFG this evening. Have to start checklist. Anti-ice is off. ECAM
Bordeaux
status.
traffic, Ryanair
is
we'll
checked.
taxi via Whiskey Sierra Papa.
Pitch trim 28.5
Hold
radar
short at Delta
is
05.
0. Flight control check. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral rudder. Full right. Rudder. Full left. And neutral. Von McLean, good to see you, mate. Thanks for dropping in. I'll see you next time. Our Dingo cabin. Weather radar is on. Transponder is set. TL config.
Bordeaux traffic, Easy 464 is taking off runway 05 on the Rowan 5 Quebec departure.
Let's just line ourselves up, but I think we're now good to go. So, Bordeaux traffic, Easy 23 Uniform Papa. Taxi now, runway 05 via Sierra Papa holding point Charlie. There's our taxi clearance that we've just given ourselves. Let's go. Peter Scarab, good evening, mate, and thank you again for your continued support. Another stream, another donation. Peter, that is incredibly kind. Thank you so much. Wow, that moved. I think we spooled up a bit quick there, didn't we?
Contact 4423, we will follow the Easyjet in front, but taxi Papa 6 to Delta.
I'll just check we're not infringing on any traffic. Okay, pets check, no change to the performance. QNH 1014, still going to be a flex. Engine app procedure is standard, and in the secondary flight plan, departure is the Royan 5 Quebec. Initial climb is 7,000, and we've got 7,000 set. Before takeoff, checklist to the line. Flight controls checked. Departure briefing is confirmed. Flap setting config 1. FMA and takeoff data 124 blue, 127 magenta. Climb nav blue, 1FD2, 7000 blue, flex 68. Transponder is set. ECAM memo takeoff no blue. EFB is stowed. Elliot, they're talking about dimming the cabin lights. Yeah, obviously it's a nice little thing that we can do on the EFB, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's not the pilot's job, is it, to dim the cabin lights? If the pilot wants to dim the cabin lights, they can just cut the power to the galley. That would do the trick. So great to have everyone on board. Hope you've all had a good Saturday, enjoying the weekend. This is not an active runway tonight, so just double check, but we're clear. Now, as this is it France VFR? Or VFR France, something like that. My apologies to the developers whose name I can't remember. For the Bordeaux scenery here. It is, of course, very good. So we're going to take our next right, just here, Charlie. There's our intersection departure. And this also gives us a great opportunity taxiing parallel to the runway like this. We can see that the approach path is clear. Wheel brake temperatures are fine. LPG, that's correct. France VFR and LFBD scenery. Bordeaux traffic easy 23 uniform Papa lining up for departure runway 05. So before takeoff, checklist, below the line, cabin is secured, engine mode selector is normal, TCAS TA RA packs are off, anti-ice also off. It's a bit disconcerting when you can see the end of the runway. Okay, we're good to go. So let me just dim that primary flight display. Bordeaux traffic, Easy23 uniform, Papa runway 05 is rolling. Takeoff. Start the chrono. And set takeoff thrust. Man flex, SRS. No runway because there's no ILS departure here. (100 knots) checked. V1 rotate. Nav. Autopilot 1 engaged. Oh, why has that come off? Put that back in. Set climb thrust. Thrust climb. SRS. Thrust climb, climb. Do you know what? That's even a little bright for me, is that? Dark Fury, there's no voice on VATSIM at the minute. That's crazy. I've heard voice. Set standard pressure. And there's S-speed, let's clean up, flaps 0, spoilers disarmed, and we'll clear ourselves up flight level 200. Oh, need to pull that one as well. Did I not read the broadcast? What broadcast? Alright, we will be performing some emergency maintenance in the next few minutes to attempt to resolve some ongoing performance issues resulting in a degraded service for members. Voice is expected to drop out for a short period of time and we will broadcast when this is complete. Ah, okay. Do you know what? I don't often fly with the V-pilot window open. So, I've been completely caught out by that just now. Don't think I'm going to be able to chase a sunrise, do you?
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
So just ding the seatbelt sign, release the cabin crew. Cost index set to 0 and we'll get the lights off, no longer need those. Red nav page can be cleared out as well. Do you know, I think we may have even departed early. Right, so no ATC around, cruise level 300 is planned, and autonomous flight level 37. So we'll clear ourselves up to flight level 300. There we go, 300 blue. I do think this is one of the times of day Microsoft Flight Simulator completely shines with its scenery. Now we can just sort of sit back, hopefully relax. Who needs the toilet? Seatbelt sign's coming off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around.
HD, yeah, shoot. What would you like me to try? It's not the fuel balancing procedure, is it?
The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
I've locked the training captain out of the flight deck tonight. So HD, let's see. Fuel prediction page. Yes, I do use AIG model matching. That's right. THOP, I don't know how to do that. I mean, to be honest, I don't find it that much of a pain, because you just press the F button, which that's the default view, okay? And all you need to do is just slightly pan down, if that's where you prefer. But to be honest, when I'm landing, that's kind of the view I set. So I can just scan the tops of the instruments, and that's it. Right, so here we go. Fuel prediction page. What do you want me to do? Amend the zero fuel weight and put 0.3 less. So 52.3. Okay. There we are. Oh, I know what you want me to try. We're going to check that VLS speed, aren't we? Ian McPherson, good evening, sir. Oh, thank you for your kind £5 super chat. Very generous once again of you, saying thanks to you. You just made your maiden flight total success. Not bad for someone who has never used airliners ever. Oh, mate, that is great to hear, Ian. And how did you enjoy it? What was what did it feel like, satisfaction-wise? I bet it felt great, didn't it? There is something I find very satisfying about airliner flying, and I love it. The VFR flying, of course, has its place, and let's face it, Microsoft Flight Simulator is the place for VFR flying. But I think airliner flying, doing everything correctly, real-world procedures, just as though you were flying the real deal, yeah, it's nice. Elliot, when you use the camera reset button as much as you do, it's not much help, unfortunately. By far the most annoying part of the FENIX. I suppose the view you're looking at right now, would you prefer sort of that to be the default view? Yeah? Because obviously you can see everything there. HD, this music is almost Christmassy. Do you know what? I need to take a note of what that piece of music is called, because I love it. Oh, funnily enough, it is called Winter's Tale. Not The Winter's Tale. But right at the end, it's got a little hint of Mary Poppins in it. Lorenzo, do I seem to have better performance with the new update? Well, whenever I stream, I lock my FPS to 30. But I've certainly got no problem. There you go. Ian says, brilliant. It was Rotterdam to Edinburgh. What a buzz! Did you do? You said on? Did you do it on VATSIM as well, or not? Is that the next step? Andrew, you're heading back to Manchester in the FENIX this evening. A split between favourites at the moment, the A320 or the 737. Yeah. Do you know, I'm really glad the FENIX came along when it did, because I was starting to enjoy some of the 737 stuff. Yeah, because it was just different, wasn't it? I'm going to have completely forgotten what to do in that now next time we do a retro flight in it. Dr. Magic, if only Santa would bring you a FENIX. Yeah, well, you never know. HD dangerous words. Hey, did everybody see the news? Is it yesterday or this morning? I can't remember when it was. The AIG have bought, or IAG, sorry. I always get my letters mixed up. The company that owns British Airways. I think they've just put an order in for about 150 737s. Are we going to see British Airways in 737s again? Obviously they own several airlines, don't they? They're part of a huge group, but it's been a long time since I remember seeing a 737 in British Airways livery. Paul, you're in the 737 now, following us, but not on VATSIM. That sounds good. Lilo25, good evening to you. Is the toolbar pushback data leak fixed just yet? Not to my knowledge, I'm afraid. Dr. Magic says he never thought he'd be into airliner flying. Then he discovered this channel. You can get hooked. You really can. And, well, I've said this several times. If I could spend my entire day doing this with you guys, literally Monday to Friday, long haul flights or shuttle flights, you know, turnaround flights, I would do. It's awesome. Rubiato, thank you so much for the sub. Danny says BA is flying in South Africa in the 737s, at least in the BA livery. That will be some sort of subsidy group, won't it? Nick, the McDoon the A320 is different to that in the A320 Neo in some ways. Is that just because fly-by-wires have not modelled yet, or are they different? In which ways are they different, Nick? Actually, I need to comply with the ESA flight time regs and have 4 days off every now and again. Well, I don't normally do a Saturday night stream. This is purely just we're enjoying our FENIX ops. Right, we're at our cruise now. Yeah, there you go, our cruise. Didn't think we were too far away. Top of cruise checks it is. We'll just cycle the SD pages. Hey, Born Rookie on Twitch, good afternoon to you, sir. I am well, hope you are too. That's better temperatures, isn't it? About 21, 22 degrees. No fuel leaks. And everything working. Oh yeah, let's put that cross index back to what were we doing it today? We were speeding along at 30. Burn that fuel. Oh, look at that. Captain, are you supposed to uninstall the Phoenix before installing an update? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked out how that works because the way the beta testers have been doing it, we've always uninstalled and done fresh installations of the aircraft. But I don't know if the updates and patches have been rolled out slightly differently. Mechanic V2 127 and cruise 30,000 is pretty low. Yeah, we've got a lowish cruise level tonight, and we've only got 90 passengers on board. We are not heavy at all tonight. Nick, did Amir say you don't have to? You can just install on top. Well, there you go. If that's what Amir says, then absolutely. That is that's the way to do it. Thomas, why is there no value in the fuel prediction for the alternate? No estimated fuel board is shown there. What, on the fuel prediction page? So we've said if we do need to divert, we're going to use around 1.5 tons of 1.5 tons of fuel. Barry Bartson, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Paul knows you didn't get the Bristol 1 or the Bristol 2 transition. To be honest, neither did I. I plumped for Bristol 1 and it looked exactly like what I got on the chart, so I wasn't going to mess around with Bristol 2. Not quite sure what that was all about. And Nessa Fritas, good evening to you, sir. Hope you're well. Nick, Amir is our new sky god. Right. We'll be on the ground in a little over an hour. I'm going to do a fuel check in a moment. So, let's have a look and see. Where are we approaching? Luzon. Grab my flight plan. How much fuel extra have we got? 0.7 tons extra. Luzon. So, what should we have extra there? So, 4.4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We should have 5.1 tons at Luzon. Oh, we've got 5.1 tons now, and we're 10 miles from Luzon. We'll keep an eye on that. En route weather checks then. Let's see. So let's check out for our en route weather checks this evening. We can either go check out Paris. I mean, I don't think this page is quite right. You should be able to request more than one. Let's have a look at Nantes, shall we? Lima Fox Romeo Sierra. Send that off. Alsan, has the performance improved after the update? Well, like I said, I cap my frames to 30 FPS anyway, particularly when streaming. But for me, it seems absolutely great. I've seen so many people saying that they've had issues with it, which has really shocked me, considering the kind of performance I've been getting with my little GTX 1660. Elliot, it's currently 6:18 AM in Australia. Should probably go to bed. Have you been up all night? Just riding up along the west coast of France, enjoying a beautiful view of the Pacific.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
DC Gert, with the 1660 you get better FPS than the flyby. Wow, really? Dark Fury, that's on the 1660. Wait till we see on the 3060. Barry says 3090 Ti and 64 gig of RAM in the new machine. Wow, Microsoft Flight Simulator is smoother than ever. Flash, congratulations, you win the prize for the evening, the first one to pick up the obvious mistake. If you're new to the channel, there's an ongoing joke that I have absolutely no idea which ocean is which, and I just call everything the Atlantic or the Pacific, deliberately the wrong one. Stems back to a flight a long time ago heading out to, I want to say Anchorage. Back in the lockdown days when we did long haul flights. Elliot, fair dues, mate. You've been up all night, but now I think that you're a DJ and music producer at an audio lighting tech, so your work normally starts at about 11 PM. Oh, excellent. That's a great job. Sleep all day and party all night. RSA, do the zoo, water is water, it all looks the same. It's also all a little bit wet. Not all the same temperature though. So just seeing if there's any ATC online. Sadly I can't see any ATC for us, ahead of us. Unless we divert to Jersey. Flight Sim Vlogs, you want to get the Phoenix? I can understand why, mate. It's an awesome aircraft. Oh, I know what. Let me just check something. Estimated time of departure was 20:05 Zulu. Actual time of departure was 19:45 Zulu. So we departed, 20 minutes early. Scheduled time of arrival is 21:50. Estimated time of arrival 21:51. How can we possibly be late? That's not right. Can't be late, surely. It's not even like we've got a strong headwind. Sarah Neil, is this available in the marketplace? No, sadly not. It's a little bit too advanced, I think. Danny, you remember some of those long flights? Really like the long ones. Chile to that random island. 5 hours left of Chile. That was Easter Island, Danny. Easter Island. Guess when we did that flight? You remember that like it was yesterday, or the Chicago to Bogota? Did we do Chicago to? Wow. Yeah, there were some great flights. That's when no one was doing anything. We were spending our days flight simming. Jack, you wondered if I was being specific about the Pacific. I absolutely was. Flights and Vlogs, you want the Phoenix, but you still want to wait a couple of weeks and you're still enjoying the PMDG 737. Well, absolutely. I mean, the Phoenix isn't going anywhere, is it? It's absolutely not going anywhere, and it's just going to get better and better. Okay, TM, good evening. Reverend Gamer on Twitch, thank you for the follow. Daddy Robert, we did Barcelona to Keflavik. We did, yeah. or that cargo hub Baku into Geneva, I think it was. I don't remember that. They're all on the channel though, because they're all live streamed, so they'll still be there somewhere. If you're nostalgic for one of those and you're bored, just go and put it back on again. That'd be great. Dark Fury, mate, you've been a member for 16 months. Oh, thank you for your support, mate. Obviously, as you know, not just on the channel, but tech support, livery support, and everything else that goes with it. Dark Fury is my MOC, by the way. We need a long haul, maybe revisit a fantastic place to see how different it is. Nearly 24,000 subs. We need a sub flight. We were meant to do a 20,000 sub flight, and things just got busy. Life-wise, we missed that. Were we nearly at 24,000? Get out. Really? We were only at 21 the other day. Peter Ilk, thank you for adding to that. Oh my god, you're right. 23,995. That is insane. Guys, where have you all come from? I can't believe that. It's genuinely surprising. 5 more and we've got 24,000 subs. I swear, a week ago we had like 21. Jonathan, is the FENIX A320 worth it? Absolutely. And at £50, I think it's probably, I would say, it's the bargain of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You've never had an aircraft with this much detail for so cheap. Jack Wall says you came from over there. Dr. Magic 24,000 tonight? I don't know. Animal Clips 24-hour stream for 24k. I can't do that. Or if I did, I would have to leave it and go to bed for 8 hours. Actually, that would be nice. I never get 8 hours sleep. Danny says that's the FENIX effect. You suppose a little boost, but definitely worth it. Oh, Danny, absolutely. I'm sure that that has helped. Prasad, thank you so much as well, and Jamie Sarkle, thank you for subscribing as well. Really do appreciate that. You see, that is a true testament to this aircraft. So VMC HD, who is type rated on the 320, says, put it this way, I could use this aircraft to study for your own sims and training. I mean, that is saying something. Blackley, thank you for subscribing as well. Bacon 352 FENIX Spin needs to release the 321 XLR for us to enjoy more long hauls. Oh, can you imagine if we had that? I think that would be my go-to aircraft for long hauls if we did that. The little baby bus. We could do JetBlue, couldn't we? Heathrow to, is it Boston? Or it might even be New York. HD, you want Easyjet to buy the 321s? And where would you like to fly them to? Dr. Magic, we are 2 away. We're at 23,998. Captain B, you've just connected your external device to EFB and you're prevented with the FENIX Simulations logo. Any tips? I would check out the Discord server because I think there was a slight known issue with that. Don't know offhand how to fix it though. So yeah, you'd have to go and check that. I'll be honest, I think the I think the stability and the frame rate's performance of this is much better. As I say, I've got this locked at 30 and I can zip around the aircraft, absolutely no stuttering, no issues, so optimization work has certainly been done. HD, you'd like to go somewhere hot. Yeah, but you want it to be far enough away that you need an overnight stop, yeah? And then a late flight back the following day. Right, let's start looking at the arrival then. Pull my tray out. Turn the lights on, then I can see my charts. So, let's see. What have we got? We're on the Dolly, what is it, the Dolly 1 Bravo arrival, 250 knots at Exmoor, and then we're planning to fly the full procedure. We want 7,000 feet then, and Bristol, 220 knots. Okay, so at the moment I'm just going through the charts, and then I'm going to work out how I'm going to fly the approach. Elliot, welcome to the Captain's Club. Really kind of you to join the channel as channel member. If you're in our Discord server, mate, make sure you get yourself into the VIP room on there. Thank you so much for your support, Elliot. Hope to see you on many more flights. Very, very kind of you to show your support for the channel. Okay, just going to check the code as well. See, we've got 250 knots at Exmoor and Bristol, flight level 70. Exmoor 250, Bristol. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Ooh, let me try something. Let me put in the other Bristol arrival. So, let's look at the ILS 27. Oh, I'm not changing the star. I'm going to change the veer. Try that. What's that give us? Oh no. I'm not sure what the difference between those two arrivals are, to be honest with you. That one does look slightly different, but not quite as neat, so I'm going to change that back. There must be a difference there that I'm not seeing quite as much. So I'm going to pop that one back in. Guys, we've just hit 24,000 subscribers. Honestly, what can I say? That has been completely unexpected. I could have swore if someone had asked me what we were at, I knew we topped 20,000 a while back, and then we'd sort of trickled over into 21,000. Then I sort of thought we must have been above that, so maybe 21 and a half, but 24,000. Oh wow, guys, that is incredible. That means that we're 1,000 away from the big one, doesn't it? 25,000. Absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you so much to all of you for your support on the channel, and I just hope you've enjoyed this week of FENIX action. Really kind of all of you as well for supporting us. Thank you so much. So then, let me have a look at this arrival. Now, this is a little bit interesting. We can call on our PM HD for this. So there we've got mandatory altitude, 7,000 feet. Minimum hold is 3,000, but I don't plan on holding. However, in the coding here, we've got 3,000 feet. I mean, 7,000 feet, does that not sound a bit high? Unless that is planned to get you at 7,000 feet, enter the hold, drop yourself down, get yourself down to 3,000, and then fly the teardrop approach to bring you in. Now, I don't plan on entering the hold, so maybe 3,000 is the way to go. It's to stop you banging into the departures. That also makes sense. But there is no way I can drop down from 7,000 feet 8 miles. Because what? I'd need to lose... I need to lose 4,500 feet in about 8 miles. That's... that's steep. Isn't it? If we flew the full procedure. Obviously in real life you would be vectored, but there's no ATC there, so I'm just looking at flying a full procedure. I mean, the airport's 600 feet up. Yeah, you're quite right, Pete, but 600 feet is not going to make that much of a difference. Barry Bartson, my goodness, wow! Thank you so much for an incredibly generous €19.99 donation. Saying it doesn't let you do 24k, so 19.99 needs to do. Mate, no one should even consider 24k. That'd be insane. But, mate, that is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, Barry. A long-time supporter of the channel as well. Obviously not just tonight, so Barry, really do appreciate that. HC, you only need to lose 500 feet on that outbound leg, so if you cross Bristol at 3,500, 4,000, you'll be fine. Yeah, absolutely. My concern was we don't want to be 7,000 feet before we start the outbound leg, surely, because that would be awful. George, just vector yourself. Bristol's local, you're local, and you'd be more or less real world ops flying there. Yeah, so I don't mind flying procedures, particularly here in the FENIX when they're so good. So yeah, I reckon if we, I reckon, like HD has just said, if we got down to 4,000. All right, here's my plan. So the plan will be obviously go with the constraints. We will keep an eye on TCAS, we'll keep an ear on VATSIM. If we've got no departures looking to come out and mess up with us, then we will fly the full procedure, getting down to 4,000 feet. If departures look like they're coming out, we will break off, we will vector ourselves around, and we will get ourselves down to platform altitude 2,500 feet. If we're flying the full procedure, then my plan will be to slow down to green dot on this leg, so by the time we're at the Bristol NDB we'll be green dot. We will leave Bristol NDB pulling flaps 1, leaving Bristol NDB at no higher than 4,000 feet, and then once we're on the teardrop approach coming down to the platform 2,500 feet, we'll get flaps 2 in, speed 180 knots, come in ILS, and hopefully for a nice landing. Chris Hogg, oh mate, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good weekend. Thank you so much for your £5 super chat, Chris. That is really very kind of you. And another long-term supporter of the channel, Chris, and channel member. Thank you so much. SBN on Twitch, thank you for the follow as well. Top of descent then is just over 80 miles away, about 90 miles. Right, so that's our arrival brief all confirmed. Just need to do the last couple of details. So, Dolly 1 Bravo, runway 27, transition altitude 6,000 feet, platform altitude 2,500 feet. MSA is 3,000. Should be CAV OK. So I will double check that in a moment. But that gives us runway visual range of above 750 meters for the approach. That's what we expect. 801 is the decision altitude, and after landing it will be either Foxtrot or roll to the end. Right, let's do a landing calculation then, shall we? Fake Showdown, thank you for following on Twitch as well. Arrival performance. That's our landing weight planned to be. Oh, it doesn't show the landing weight there, does it? So, how much fuel do we currently have on board? So, we've currently got 4.2 tons of fuel. We expect to have, let's call it 3.4 when we land. No, 3.5 when we land. So, we're going to lose another 700 kilograms of fuel. So our current weight is 56.8 minus 700 kilogram, that's 56.1. So let's call our landing weight 56. We'll be conservative as always. Let's call it 56.2. Runway is dry, runway 27. Get the METAR. And the landing weight is... Where am I putting this in? Ah, there we go. 56.2. So manual landing, or low auto brake, no. Medium auto brake. Flap full landing. And we'll have a look that the VLS is currently 125. There's a reason we're checking this. The real question will be, will I be too busy at the time to go in and amend that? Right, let's enter the performance data then, and also the barrow when we get when we've got that. We've got the METAR here, so I'll just grab it off here. So wind is currently 210 at 3. That's nice, light winds. 210 at 3. Temperature, oh, don't chuck that in the QNH, that doesn't work. 210 at 3. Temperature is 131019. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet and the barrow is 801. Done. Enter 260 at 33, see what it does to the VAP. Oh, okay, yeah, alright. 260 at 33. So what's it do to the VAP? Does it change it? Oh, yes it does. There you go. It gives you the third of the headwind component, 11 knots. We shouldn't be surprised. It's the FENIX. It works. It does everything it should. I don't know if the fly-by-wire does that. It might do, to be fair to the fly-by-wire aircraft. I haven't checked that. What was the wind? 210 at 3. Cleveland says you were surprised to see a 787 come out of Bristol a couple of weeks ago. Thought the runway would be too short. They probably have a regulated takeoff weight. But yeah, Wayne, good evening, sir. How are you? Tutovini, is fly-by-wire or FENIX the best? I honestly don't like to compare them. One's freeware, one's payware. But if you want an aircraft that... If you want an aircraft that you enjoy flying occasionally with most of the systems modelled, then fly-by-wire will suit you absolutely fine. If you are a hardcore flight simmer who wants the best in realistic procedures and things, then FENIX. There's no lights down there. Are we over the channel? There's Jersey behind us. Oh yeah, Jersey's there, look. There's no lights because there's no land. Oh guys, thank you so much for helping us reach 24,000 subs, over the threshold tonight. In fact, we're starting to clear that. 24,004 now, so really appreciate every single one of those. Mark, you think the FENIX is a bargain at 50 quid? Oh, it's absolutely the best value study level aircraft in the history of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Barry, where do you find your zero fuel weight centre of gravity? So you can find that on your load sheet from operations. And the AOC received messages. There's the load sheet, look. So your zero fuel weight CFG is that, or mine was 30.2. Lenny, thank you so much for the sub on Prime on Twitch. Appreciate that, really do. Hope you're enjoying the flight this evening. HD, thought you were a bit drunk for a minute, it was blurred, then you realised the stream was on 720. Is it on 720 for everybody? Or is that what HD's just set it to by mistake? I thought it was on 1080. JD, I don't think I've ever slated fly-by-wire. They pretty much saved Microsoft Flight Simulator for most of the serious flight sim enthusiasts who like airliners. So, no, sorry mate, I have to disagree with you on that one. HD, is there a constraint in at Bristol? The only thing that's in there at the moment is plus 3,000. Oh, I'm glad to see everyone else has got 1080. That's good. Top and Jim, thank you for subscribing as well. So we've got our top of descent, then looking at that in around 27 miles. On the flight plan, we expect to cross the Bristol NDB at 062. Oh, do you know what? That might be a bit high. Although I'm probably going to chuck us into open descent and sort of do that a little bit on our own terms. It all depends what traffic we've got coming out of Bristol, and we don't have any ATC either. So what I do want to do, as always, Just give me a 30-mile ring around there. User, a real easy pilot just confirmed that they still do packs off during departure during the pandemic. Ah, user, I could have told you that if you'd have asked. It's usually for less than about 5 minutes. So, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to really do anything. Jeff, for the displays performance or quality, mine's on performance. Chris Shaw, good evening, mate. You're just logging into YouTube. You just finished the stream. All right, Chris. We'll speak to you in a minute on Twitch. Thank you. Enmo976, thanks for subbing as well here on YouTube. Will Corey, do I normally calculate the top of the descent point or do I rely on the aircraft? Well, now I'm in the Phoenix, I can rely on the aircraft, but I will still always continue to check that as we're going down. Make sure we're on profile. Jack, you've picked up both Fly-by-Wire and the Phoenix. One was a bargain, the other was a no-brainer. Which was which? Oscar, how's the update that got pushed today? Well, from what I can see, very, very good. This is the update. And it's going really nice. Chris Shaw, hi mate. Saturday's doing well. Hope you've had a good Saturday. Right, we're about 10 miles from our top of descent. I'm going to start to bring that in. So I'm going to head down initially. Then I'm going to head down to flight level 70, and then we're going to keep an eye on the traffic coming out of Bristol. So let's head down, and for the moment we'll do that in managed descent. So descent 70 blue.
Once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet pilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
So Danny, we could have run the back to 1 Alpha. You're right. There was either the choice on the back to 1 Alpha or the Dolly 1 Bravo. To be fair, the Baxon 1 Alpha isn't a bad shout from Exmoor, and it keeps us clear of traffic. And to be honest, there would be no harm in changing that. It doesn't change our arrival brief too much, to be honest with you. So if we did go for the Baxon 1 Alpha, and the VIA should be, we'll do no VIAs for that, and just check what this looks like. Yeah, so it just brings us in south and then makes us the 180. Go on then, that makes a bit more sense. Insert that. Select heading and track first. Okay. Yeah, just revert to the modes, put that back in. There we go. So just so you guys can see that chart, so Exmoor, Rotlu, Baxon, and then in and around. I'm just going to go through now and compare the coding. So Baxon should be above 4,000 feet at Baxon. We shouldn't be any lower. Yep, that's fine. There are speed constraints built into that as well. So, new plan, late change of arrival, which is fine. Can happen in the real world. So, speed constraints, we'll keep those up. 250 knots. Start slowing down to green dart, leaving low 2, getting down to 4,000 feet at Baxon. As we leave Baxon, we can pull flaps 1 and we'll basically come round, intercept the glide, heading down to 2,500 feet. The platform altitude, flaps 2 as we intercept the glide, leaving Baxon. Yeah, so we had to just pull heading before we could insert that because it didn't want us to mess around with the navigation whilst it was in nav mode. Can we put that back into thrust idle, manage descent, flight level 70. In fact, we should now be able to actually set altitude 4,000 feet, shouldn't we? 4,000 blue. What was that QNH? 1019. Mikhail, my side stick sensitivity is just linear with a little dead zone in the middle, so if my hand's resting on the side stick it's not actually inputting anything. Oh yes. I need to link those two back up. HD, that Bing, did you just predict that? I know the stream's about 10-15 seconds behind, and I swear to God you've just gone Bing before that did. Oh, that's interesting. The fix ring that I've put on my navigation display, is that echoed on the FO's display? I thought they worked independent for things like that. Mark 456, co-pilot was asleep. Yeah, well, HD is never asleep. Even when he is asleep, he wakes up when he knows something's wrong. He's a bit freaky like that. Barry, do you need to request a load sheet, or can it be sent? Is it sent automatically? It's sent automatically, yeah. In answer to my question, HD, yeah, things like that have situational awareness, so they're displayed on both navigation displays. Fair enough. MSA coming in then is 3,000 feet at Bristol. Only other things to be aware of is Bristol is on the top of the hill, so sometimes you do get some gusts, but the wind is nice and calm tonight, so I'm not expecting anything too bad. Jed said, baby, can the FO be synced? Yes, it can. If you go to... I'm going to do this. This is what happens every time you get a new build, though. Things change. So, is it... I think it's the FENIX app. Sim settings... Is it the controls? Yeah, linked. There you go, that's what you need to have. So yeah, still no ATC, no traffic on the TCAS. Time to get our aircraft in HD mode. Thomas, it's only panel states you need to save. Things like that, I think then say these... oh, I see, sorry, sit up here. Yeah, so you can use the airline setting or click save as default and that config is now saved. Yeah, of course. If I load back in now in a different livery, then I have to go and do it all again. Right, let's secure the cabin. Approach checklist. Arrival brief. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums 801. Engine mode selector is normal. EFB is stowed.
If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned on. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Sun's coming up, Elliot. Yes, it will be the other side of the world. Landing should be in approximately 15 minutes. Should we turn those lights down as well, the floodlights? There we go. I always find that this is too bright to actually read. We've just clicked over into an hour's flight time. Right, we're at 250 knots. What are you trying to turn down, HD? Bottom right of the overhead panel. I don't know if I'm looking in the right place here. I have to send us a picture. I'll turn down the standby, as I know that offends Christian when he's here. Joel next to the dome light. Oh, what have I just turned off? Oh, I see what you want. I see what you mean. I've just dinged something, and I don't know what. No, they should be on. Oh, there we go. I turned the seatbelt signs off by mistake. So many click spots. Did you see how the aircraft's VNAV held the profile as well, whilst slowing down? Right, as we leave Rottlu, I'm going to get it into slowing down to green dot. So, I'm going to pull speed for the moment, leave it there, and activate the approach phase. That's done. I bet green dot's quite slow, isn't it? Yeah, 197 because of how light we are. It's that dark, I can't find the clicks point to get rid of the tablet, because that's bright. Josh, good evening. Lender, yeah, you click the microphone. It's that dark. I can't see where the microphone is. That's what I was saying. So we'll just leave it. It's not in my view. Obviously, in the real world, I'd just turn the tablet off. Or I'd have my charts in night mode, which you can do. So that looks like one arrival coming into Bristol. we'll just pop the anti-ice on, because I think there are a few clouds there. Just checking the temperature as well. Oh, actually it's plus 13. I thought that was minus 13. Don't need them then. Warm enough tonight. Says that arrival coming into Bristol. Was there one behind it as well? Does that make us number 3? Yeah, I think this one will be coming in as well. Just checking it. After that, I think we should be good. We should be okay. So we're now abeamed the airport. Alright, we're going to start slowing down. Are our landing lights on or just extended? Oh no, they are on. It was binding these is slightly different to the fly-by-wire. So good call, HD. The leveling off now, 4,000 feet. Green dot then is about 198. I've got 197. And we need to continue our descent now to 2,500 feet. So open descent, 2,500 blue. Flaps 1, speeds checked. Flaps 1. Bristol traffic, easy 23 uniform, Papa. Turning base now, 10 mile final, runway 27. Here comes that glide slope. I think we've got an aircraft just on our tail there. This is where VATSIM falls down a little bit, I think, when there's no ATC to speak of. But if need be, I've got no comms either. If need be, I'll just disconnect from VATSIM. Glide slope, lock, 3,000 feet, flaps 2. Radio altimeter live. Gear down, spoilers. 6 mile final. Bristol traffic, easy 23 uniform, Papa, runway 27, 5.5 mile final. Flaps 3. Flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Auto thrust speed go around altitude 3000. Set Eco memo landing no blue. Oh, can you guys not hear us? Ah, well, in that case, that's a tad unfair. So, what I will do is I have just disconnected. I will remain disconnected then, because if that's the case, that other guy wouldn't have had a clue. Mind you, I didn't hear him either, so he may have had the same issue I did. Bit of strange night on VATSIM. 1,000 feet. Autopilot disconnected. I have control. So, very slight headwind. Approach is stable.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard.
Spoilers deployed. Reverse green. Decel. 70 knots, reverses off. Disconnect the auto brakes. And we'll roll that to the end, vacate to the right.
The cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Well guys, welcome to Bristol. The time here is 10 past 10 local time. We're going to get ourselves parked up. Start that APU, give myself some lights. Speaking of which, we'll turn those off. Those are they in the taxi? Yeah, they were in taxi anyway. Weather radar can come off, and TCAS also off. And then let's go ahead and park somewhere. Yeah, I thought if the other guy couldn't hear me, I couldn't hear him. Presumably he'd done the same as me. He'd not reconnected to VATSIM following the little outage earlier. So we couldn't hear each other. Only fair. Just get off of VATSIM. We don't want to ruin anyone's flight at the end, do we? If you've enjoyed the flight this evening, please do hit that like button on your way out. And if you're new to the channel and enjoyed tonight, then please do hit subscribe. We have topped 24,000 subscribers this evening in total, not just during this stream. That would be something. But thank you so much for everyone's support as well in getting there. Right, we shall find somewhere to park in a minute. Bristol scenery, which is again really nice. There is a tiller access if you wish to use it, yeah. I don't think I really needed the rudder at all this evening as we landed. HD, did I see the VLS? I made a quick note of it, yeah, and saw that it was lower, wasn't it? Oh, do you know what was it high? I'm gonna have to go back and reread and rewatch the stream. I honestly can't recall which it was now. Quick cheat as we look over the glare shield. There we go. Parking brakes set, APUs running, get the APU bleed on, shut down engine 1, shut down engine 2. Seatbelt signs off. And the beacon light can now come off. Cut them fuel pumps. Squawk 2000. We're still squawking 2000. Set the standby. Job done. Right, and we've arrived. Commence deboarding. Let me have a look at some of the ground services. GPU's connected, cones are on. Get the door open. And that's it, we're done. Welcome to Bristol. So it would have been higher. I looked around 126, which makes sense as we load the zero fuel weight, tricking the FMGC into thinking we were a little bit lighter. So the FMGC thought it should have been 125. The fact that you guys can spot the difference between a knot on this thing is just incredible to me. Beautiful. Right, welcome to Bristol, and of course this was our first flight in the Phoenix with our channel livery as well. Oh, the door's covered up HD. There he is. He's hiding behind. Oh, he's on this side as well. There he is. Lovely. I just want to check something. Someone told me earlier that when you put down the sun visors, that's not modelled on the outside, so I just wanted to go ahead and see if that was the case. One sec. Ah, no, they're not. Different model. You know what? Who's going to hold that against the Phoenix, guys? This aircraft is amazing. Absolutely awesome. And all week we've been flying the Phoenix, and we've had no failures, which is pretty much as realistic as it can get. No failures, and the sense of the possibility of knowing that it still could happen. Right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed the flight and are enjoying your weekend. Unknown yet as whether we'll be back tomorrow. If we are, that will conclude a full week of Phoenix flights, because we're just taking a little break from our Sunday night VFR Iconic Journeys flights at the moment, following the end of Series number 1. Series number 2 shall not be far away, though, so stay tuned for that. I will, of course, be on the Discord server, as always, so if you need me for anything, don't be afraid to ping us. Big thanks to the mods, as always. To those of you who have donated and contributed to the flight, to this channel during the flight this evening, big thank you to you guys for that. HD, as always, for your knowledge and help, and of course to the Easyjet SimPilot channel members, new and old, for your continued support over so many months together. Thank you so much. Really enjoying this Phoenix aircraft, loving every minute of flying this aircraft with you guys on board. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Hope you have a great Saturday. Good night.
Once again, I hope you have enjoyed your flight with us today here on Easyjet. On behalf of myself, the First Officer, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport, and we hope to see you again very soon. In order to increase the comfort of your next flight, please take a look at joining the Easyjet SimPilot channel, and we offer extra perks for